Imagine destroying a nuclear facility without firing a single missile, no explosions, no soldiers, just a computer virus. In 2010, the world discovered the first true cyber weapon, and what it did shocked cybersecurity experts everywhere. Let's unravel this, shall we? Okay, picture a weapon that doesn't explode, it makes no sound, no smoke, no missiles, yet it can destroy an entire nuclear facility. A weapon so secret that the world didn't even know it existed, until one day someone found it hiding inside a computer. And when cybersecurity researchers looked closer, they realized something terrifying. This was not a virus, this was a cyber weapon, and its name was Stuxnet. But here's the real mystery. Why would someone create a digital weapon capable of destroying physical machines? And more importantly, how can a few lines of code damage equipment worth billions of dollars? To understand this, we need to visit a place where computers control something extremely dangerous. Nuclear centrifuges. Think of a nuclear centrifuge like a washing machine for uranium. It spins incredibly fast, separating materials needed for nuclear fuel. But these machines are very delicate. Spin them a little too fast or a little too slow, and they break. Now imagine someone secretly grabbing the speed control dial and turning it back and forth over and over again. Eventually, the machine tears itself apart, and that is exactly what this cyber weapon did. The target was a nuclear facility called Natanz Nuclear Facility, deep inside the desert of Iran, protected by guards, firewalls, and something called an air-gapped network, which means the computers were not connected to the internet. No hacker could reach them, or so everyone thought. Boy, were they wrong! If the computers were not connected to the internet, how did the malware get inside? The answer is almost funny. Someone, somewhere plugged in a USB drive. Yes, one tiny USB stick. That's all it took to unleash the most sophisticated cyber weapon ever created. Once inside the system, Stuxnet began its mission silently, patiently, like a spy hiding inside enemy territory. But Stuxnet wasn't just any malware. It knew exactly which machines to attack. If it didn't find the right target, it stayed quiet, like a polite guest who refuses to cause trouble. But when it found the centrifuges, things got interesting. Very interesting. The centrifuges were controlled by software from Siemens. These are called industrial control systems. They control factories, power plants, pipelines, and nuclear facilities. Stuxnet secretly reprogrammed the controllers. But here's the clever part. It also lied to the monitoring system. Imagine your car engine overheating, but the temperature gauge still shows perfectly normal. That's what Stuxnet did. The centrifuges were spinning out of control, but the screens told engineers,
"Everything is fine, nothing to worry about."
Meanwhile, the machines were quietly destroying themselves. Hundreds of centrifuges began to fail, one by one. Engineers were confused, machines were breaking for no reason. Some suspected sabotage, others blamed bad engineering. But the real culprit was invisible, and it was hiding inside their computers. In 2010, other cybersecurity researchers noticed something strange, a new type of malware spreading across computers worldwide. Security experts from Kaspersky and Symantec began investigating. What they discovered shocked them. This virus contained incredibly complex code, thousands of lines, multiple hidden functions, and digital signatures stolen from legitimate companies. This was not the work of ordinary hackers. Then came the terrifying conclusion. This malware required years of development, millions of dollars, and deep knowledge of nuclear facilities. In other words, this was likely created by nation-states. For the first time in history, a cyber weapon had caused physical destruction. Without bombs, without soldiers, without war, Stuxnet changed warfare forever. Because it proved something shocking. You don't need missiles to damage critical infrastructure. You just need malware. Power grids, water systems, airports, factories, all controlled by computers, and therefore all vulnerable. So how do we defend against cyber weapons like Stuxnet? First, network segmentation. Critical systems must be isolated. Second, strict USB controls, because apparently USB drives can start wars. Yes, the future battlefield might begin with someone saying,
"Hey, can I borrow your flash drive?"
Third, continuous monitoring. Unusual machine behavior must trigger alerts. And finally, patching vulnerabilities. Because even the most advanced malware still enters through tiny software flaws. Stuxnet showed the world something chilling. The most dangerous weapons of the future may not be missiles, they may be lines of code, silent, invisible, and incredibly powerful. So next time you hear about cybersecurity, remember this story, because somewhere out there right now, someone might be writing the next cyber weapon. And the scary part? We may not even know it exists until it's too late. Stuxnet proved cyber weapons are real, but it wasn't the last one. Soon after, the world saw attacks that shut down power grids, pipelines, and entire cities. In an upcoming video, I'll uncover the cyber attack that turned off electricity for 230,000 people. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that video and any other cybersecurity subject you'd like me to address. Until then, stay safe and thanks.